Happy Halloween! Halloween Tuesday. Welcome to the special edition of Tarot Q&A Tuesday. We are here live. We've got a few people in the waiting room in Zoom and we are just getting started. Okay. And no one is expecting what we are doing here right now.
She's all dressed up like a witch.
It's Halloween, peeps. So cool to have you all here. I thought, why not get amongst it? Get a bit spooky and get in the theme. Anywho, guys, we're going to wait for a few people to join us and then we will dive in. So, in the meantime, let's welcome you to Halloween Tarot Q&A Tuesday with Fiona McLeod. If you are new here, we're not normally so cray-cray. However, we're having a little fun today and we're doing things differently. What we're going to do is actually play Pick a Pack. What this means is I'm going to do 3 readings for the collective consciousness. That means 3 readings for those people who may not be asking a question. And you get to choose which pile will be the reading for you today based on a little Halloween trick that I've got up my sleeve for you. So what should we do first, the cards or the masks? I'm going to go the masks. So when I get in the zone and I've finished shuffling these Rider-Waite tarot cards, and we will reveal something that you can work with your gut instinct on this, okay guys? Am I doing 3 or 4? I may be doing 3 or 4. 3, 4. Oh my goodness, I'm actually going to do 4. Who would have thought? 4 different readings, and then we will pull the cards for people who have already sent in their questions. So pile number 1, should you choose pile number 1, this will be because you are drawn to the skeleton. Okay, this is pile number 1. If you're drawn to pile number 1, the skeleton is your best friend today. If you are choosing pile number 2, you will be a bat. You'll be a black bat. The bat. This is you. If this feels like the energy of you, I suggest you choose pile number 2. Failing that, if you're not feeling it yet and you're wondering what's really your vibe today, maybe you're the ghost. Oh my goodness. All right, you've got that. You've got that hook, line and sinker, right? Better not burn the ghost with the candles. And the 4th option, should you be feeling a little more colourful today, you can be the pumpkin. Alrighty? The pumpkin. 1, 2, 3 or 4. You can either be the skeleton, the bat, the ghost, or the pumpkin. And I'm going to choose 3 cards per person, per pack, okay? So that means that you get a little story for your situation at this time, a little message, some wisdom from the cosmos. All right. Good to have you here, Linda and Sharon. First time caller. We always like that. Probably a strange day to come. Leah's here, Jess is here, Jennifer's here, and goodness knows who has actually turned up to the Facebook. I just landed open 1 minute ago as well. Now we also have Tyus, is that how I say your name? And I just want to give you the heads up, this is not the average tarot session. Tarot Q&A Tuesday is usually where we answer questions that people have sent in ahead of time, and we answer them for free using the wisdom of the tarot. Now, the tarot is a fantastic portal to help you overcome challenges, to know what your blocks are that you might be missing, that you might not be understanding, and therefore you're stuck. life can get that kind of stagnant feeling sometimes, and we like the flow. We love love, we love abundance, we want joy and happiness. If you're not experiencing success, joy, happiness, and excitement in your life at this time, maybe a bit of a card for you would be just what you need. All right, let me get in. While I am pulling these cards, perhaps I could have prepared them ahead of time, but that wouldn't be quite so authentic. We'll go with one at a time. No, we're going to do all of Skeletor. Skeletor was out of the Masters of the Universe. Do you remember those toys? I do. He-Man and all of that jazz. Skeleton. This is the card for Skeleton. I'm just tuning into the energy of people that will be pulling this particular mask as their choice today. Okay. One more. Bear with me, your patience is so appreciated. Sounds like there's a party going out next door. Halloween party, maybe. Okay, Skeletor. We have the Skeletor. Now, we're looking at Bat. Bat. I might have gone in for the Bat. The Bat's quite sexy, isn't it? Sexy little Bat. All right. Go on your instinct though, guys. Not necessarily what you like the look of in your mind, but maybe choose something that you feel instinctively drawn to today. Or maybe it's reminding you of something. Something that feels like, okay, yeah. Okay. Bat. The Bat. 2 cards for the Bat. Can you guys hear the party? Okay. Bad. Now we're looking at, thanks for being here. Appreciate your patience. Woo, we're nearly there. We're halfway there. I'm going in for the ghost option. Once we're away, we'll be away laughing. And we only have 2 more packs to choose. Number 1, 2, 3. The ghost. Obviously, I'm tuning into the energy of all those picking the ghost today, so it's not a 2-second job, but we can get it done pretty fast considering. Okay. And last, and certainly not least, we have the old pumpkin. Precious little pumpkin. Who's the pumpkin? Who chose pumpkin? Maybe let me know. Thanks, Michelle. She's loving the witch vibe. You know, I just wish I'd bought my witchy poo cards. And Leah says, you look amazing. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. All right, we're nearly there. All right, pumpkin. There's so much noise going on in the background. All right, we are there, guys. We have made it. Whew! I thought the candles were going to be out by the time I got those through out. Whew! Okay, number 1, let's get into it. If you chose the skeleton as your choice today, scary. If this is you, if you are vibing the skeleton, then this is your particular reading. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. We are feeling the vibe of love coming in at this time. Who would have thought the skeleton got the love cards, right? So we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is often someone being offered love. It can actually be a knight in shining armor coming into your life and presenting you with the opportunity to join them in a love union. Now, what I like about this is that this is an opportunity to step forward into a new emotional connection, but this requires a balance of things being really fair and reasonable, okay? So there's 2 ways you can read this. Either things have been emotional in a different sense because you could be going through some legal stuff, and it can be quite emotional, and it will mean that you need to address some deep inner child work. That's one way you could read these cards. The more romantic way of reading these cards is that this new relationship that is beginning, and it may be a love relationship, and it may actually be a friendship or any sort of connection on the emotional level. This is the dynamic of things being really balanced, and it's not one-sided. You know how sometimes in relationships things are all one person is doing all the giving and the other person does all the receiving. This is an opportunity for you to come into I'm going to say the feminine aspect of yourself. That doesn't mean whether you are a man or a woman. It's embracing the ability to connect with your emotions and allow yourself to deepen that connection with somebody else by being connected with your own emotions. So it is an emotional reading, but it is a very balanced reading. So that is super nice, especially since we got the scary old skeleton. What else would I say about that? It feels like it's a process of emotional maturity. If you're already in a relationship, this is how you can deepen the level of emotional connection with your partner. Make sure things are fair and reasonable. Make sure there is balance in the give and take, all right? And on that note, can I call out to ask for some silence in the background, please? Thank you. And on that note, we will head into the sexy bat. I don't know why I find this one so attractive, but I do. And is this you? Tell me what you chose in the comments. I'd love to know. Now, which is the first card here? Whoa, these are powerful cards today by the vibe I'm getting. If you decided to be the bat today, we're talking about a woman, a queen of business. This doesn't actually necessarily mean that you are a woman. It's once again depicting a feminine influence, but it's strongly headed towards, this person could be somebody in your life who is a mature, nurturing, and busy, business savvy woman. Or is this you? Because it could be you. And something is brewing on the horizon, leading to some great fortune. Whoa, this champagne is popping in the background. Okay, so we have, that is a true story. We have this person. Now, Linda, if you chose this card, oh, you did. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. I was just going to say, Linda, if you chose this card, I know you're seeking a new job. I would say new woman in new business, and I would say emotional fulfillment, very, very good job choice, this one that's sitting with you at the moment, and potential to really set yourself nicely with a well-balanced lifestyle, lots of money, and just feeling really well-rounded with life in general. It's like stepping you forward into living your best life. Even though this is not specific to Linda, I know Linda's question, and it reminded me of Linda when I pulled the cards. Michelle's asking for some champagne. Leah has chosen the ghost. Which is next, guys? It is the ghost. We're going to whiz to the ghost. Let's get the ghost underway, reminding ourselves of this. Woo! Oh my goodness, I'm such a dick, right? Whoa, where are the cards? I'm messing them up. No, I'm not. Here they are. Oh, not so bad in the end. This is a good reminder of being very mindful of your focus point, because it really affects your level of emotional satisfaction in life. Now, many of you are familiar with this card. It's the Five of Cups. And in the Five of Cups, this character seems to focus too much on like the spilled milk, you might say. And behind him, there is cups sitting with fine wine and other emotionally fulfilling opportunities. But all this dude can see is what's going wrong. And if you have been facing and focusing on what's going wrong, then we would suggest that is blocking the flow of you having more of your connection to your divine spirit, connection to your soul's purpose. Because when you are in that depressive mode or feeling low vibe emotions, you literally stay stuck. If you focus on what's going right by simply appreciating things in your life, you can write a list of all the things you love, or you could do a gratitude journal, or you could simply give yourself a smack on the ass and start having a better attitude. Obviously, it's easy for some. Some people are deeper into those low vibe emotions, feeling a lot of shame or depression. And yes, it's a process of working up. And these are things I help people with in my clinic space, one-on-one, using soul aligned therapy. But I think the majority of you watching this can probably take a shift and think that you need to trust the process. Remind yourself that we must be patient in life. And a combination of that with focus in the positive direction with what you want, not what you don't want, will ensure that you are listening to both yourself and your soul, or the universe, meaning you start to co-create with the universe when you are in a high vibration. Do you know why? Because you actually see and hear the signs and opportunities that are put on your path so much more easily than you would if you had your head down and being all depressed. Okay? So, after you've made that shift, which is a conscious effort to be the driver in your life, then you'll be celebrating. Then life starts to get more creative. Then you've got reason to say ching ching and pop that champagne with your friends. All right? So how good is that, right? This is just asking you to pump up the volume on your positive focus, write a list of all your dreams and goals, be aware of the signs from the universe, take note of the coincidences and the synchronicities, and then you have some celebrations to look forward to in the next short while, certainly before Christmas. So that's not too far away. Boom, too easy, right? Okay, now, last but not least, this cheeky little bugger. Who chose the pumpkin? Pumps. Sweet little pumps. This story is all about, it's more masculine. It's more masculine than the previous readings. Now, who is this? I feel that there might be a man in your life that could be well set up, very mature, successful in the 3D world, in the world of money and what we call success on a human level. This person could be you. I'm thinking it's someone you meet though, because I feel you have a lot of ideas flying around in your head and they are all over the show. They're great ideas. You are doing so well with your imagination. Do not waste them. Make sure you write these ideas down. However, there's a couple of pieces of advice here. Definitely write the ideas down and keep yourself grounded. That means emotionally and physically. Energetically, you can do this by walking along the beach and barefoot. Emotionally, you can do this by taking a few breaths and doing some meditation. Physically, well, it all wraps in together, but getting good night's sleep and really just looking after yourself, because this is going to help you to see more clearly about which ideas are the ones that you ought to launch into something bigger. And then you can, like this dude, this man that I see is somebody who can potentially help you with that advice. It feels like it might be business advice, could be a boss, could be somebody you go to, even like a coach. And then in the, what are we getting here? Who is this? Is this a different person? No, it's the same person. Yeah, I feel that they help you to understand the best intellectual property that you want to put out there, as well as the logistical sides of moving forward with your idea. Now, it could be a business idea, but it might not be. It might just be a trip overseas that you want some help with, organising the details of where to go and what could be the most intellectually fulfilling for you. I'm going to have to ask the party downstairs to stop the beeping, please. very distracting, I've got to say. Whew. People drinking champagne, they just don't know what's going on, do they? All right. Did we have any interesting responses to the particular character you took on today? The skeleton, the bat. We are coming in soon to read some specific cards for some specific questions, so please do stay around. Boom. All right, we're going to wrap that up and get on to the other part of our Tarot Q&A Tuesday. So who do we have up first? I know that Jenna wanted a random card, and so we are going to start with Jenna. She's very lucky because she was the last one to send her question in today. Do try and get your questions in before 4 o'clock, because that way you definitely won't be missed. Oh, beautiful card for you, Jenna. Unbelievable. You're going to crack up as well. It's my favorite card. It is actually the number 8. It is the Strength card. Now, this card is very dear to my heart because it's all about self-love, self-compassion, self-nurturing. What happens in this card is this woman is taming the lion with her feminine qualities, with her nurturing aspects, her compassion, her love, her understanding, her kindness, her softness. Now, I want you to align this with the difference between this woman, a feminine energy, versus a masculine lion tamer in the circus, who will whip the lion into shape through force, discipline, hard, whipping, pain, not so kind ways of changing up things, you see. So what I'm saying here is let go of the meanie in your head and start to talk to yourself in a kind way, just as you would a beautiful newborn baby who needed all the love and kindness and hugs and compassion that you had to offer. Be the character you need from someone else at this time. Soften into the love that you can cultivate from within yourself, that you may deeply be craving from the outside. And in fact, anyone watching this, whatever you're craving from the outside, aim to cultivate that feeling inside yourself. Aim to be able to have that self-soothing ability, because that's how you can be happy and empowered without the need for other people and other things to be the influencer of making you happy or not. Okay, let's see. We have a couple of other questions here. And Tyaz, I didn't see your question, so would you mind typing it into the chat? And while I'm reading her question in the chat, I see Jennifer has replied to her reading, and she said, ooh, the monstrous inner mean girl. She's referring to the lion tamer versus the divine feminine influence that is caressing the lion in that last card. So yes, many of us have this inner mean girl. Halloween, we're just going to keep the mean girl for Halloween, and we're going to let her go. Renee M. Now, Renee, I'm going to cut this story short for the sake of not sharing personal details with everyone. Renee is in a bit of a rocky situation with her girlfriend, and she's wondering which way it's going to go. So we're just going to pull a general card right now to feel into the vibe of what is going on, and Renee's going to come for a full reading this week so we can unpack things in further detail in person. And you're all welcome to book in for a 1 hour reading with me in person. We can do that on Zoom or in person, and it is well worth it because we get to see what we cannot comprehend when we're in a kaparu. Renee M. Okay, this is positive. It is positive. It's having your eye on the prize, and I want to just point out the black and the white phoenix. They are the symbolism for the conscious and subconscious mind. You know, the dark side of the mind, the light side of the mind. This means that you guys, you girls, actually, you actually may be doing some really beneficial therapy with a shadow work component. And with an eye on the prize, knowing that you want to be in a successful relationship, or you want to grow together, or you want to some sort of bonding goal. You know, it might be that you want to start doing tantric sex together. It might be that you want to start communicating better. It might be that you want to start working on a business project together, or that you simply just need to be able to understand each other better. So it could be anything at this point. We will further those details perhaps tomorrow. Pretty excited about that, because in fact, the other work I do, the solar line therapy, is where we can transform those low vibe emotions, those stuck blocks in our subconscious minds, and anything that can help us to become our best self. So I help people to release the crap, basically release the shackles of the past, so that you can be your personal best and go on the path to your greatest potential. Now, I see your question, Thais Christina. She's planning to have a life overseas. Is it possible? Well, that's just a yes or no question for us today, so we'll just give you a quick vibe on the possibility. Yes. We are getting close to the card that's for you. Definitely. We have the Lovers card, a very positive card, but also a card of balance, or understanding the polarities in life, understanding the extremes, and how to find balance for your own personal level of satisfaction and harmony. So that would mean, it means a lot of things. Ultimately, if you're in a relationship, you'd be wanting to have an equal amount of feminine and masculine energy. That doesn't mean that you have to be man and woman. It just means that you need to have a balance of those two parties to in fact be better creators. So sometimes we are drawn to the lack in us, and we find that that's why people say your other half in relationships, because there is that energy. And even though like attracts like, it's not based on that masculine energy so much as the vibrational emotional scale. And in answer to your question in simple terms, Thais, the answer is a definite yes. I mean, we're not getting into the details. Would you be going to a place where you were as a child? I've just got some nostalgic memories and vibrations coming on. So maybe going to somewhere you holidayed as a child or lived as a child, where you might meet people that you even hung out with when you were a child. Yes, the overseas thing is looking fabulous. Now, let's get into the question. We're having a long session today, so I'll better rattle my dags. Megan, I'm planning a trip to Melbourne with a girlfriend for April next year. Is this the best time energetically, or should I bite the bullet, so to speak, and just go this year? What is the vibe most likely to be on this girls' trip? Okay, we're just going to get into the scene. This is April. Yeah, all right. I've got the Strength card again. Isn't it amazing? Can shuffle, and I still pull out the same cards. Now, in respect to the question, we get a yes. It's definitely a yes card, and it feels a bit of a bonding time for both of you. So it's like that feminine energy coming into that. She feels like she's been working very hard in her masculine energy, and you feel like you need some nurturing as well. It's just a different type of hanging out as opposed to being with your partner, and therefore we do think it's a positive move I feel that you are in two minds at the moment though. So do you go then or do you go now? Do you go now? Would you be better to go then April or now? I'm inclined to think go within. I've got three months. It's kind of an odd time though, isn't it? Right bang smack in the Christmas holidays. Anywho, we're just getting that. Could it be 3 weeks? 3 weeks too soon. Does have good energy, and the energy is, I've just also pulled the Empress card, so it has a lot of, we're all about the girl power today, and that's what I think you should aim to embrace when you are traveling. All right, let's get along to the next question. Sharon, thank you for your patience. My goodness. She has actually said she's got too much going on to decide what to specifically ask, so she's just going to ask for a random. Well, Sharon, did you pull a card? Did you select a pick a pack? Just out of interest? Just out of interest, tell me in the chat if you picked one of the masks. In the meantime, we will give you a random card for what you most need to hear right now to help you step forward into living a bloody good life. Okay. Did you pick the mask with the person with lots of ideas going on? Because I feel that it's about witnessing or becoming very aware of the spontaneous ideas you get as opposed to the consciously thought out ideas. I've got to find a way through this. Don't focus on that. Focus on the ones that come to you out of the blue. There is something coming to you out of the blue. It is time for a bit of a new beginning, actually. I'll show you these cards so you know what I'm talking about. We've got the Ace of Swords, which is symbolic of an idea. The swords are always ideas, words, or thoughts. And this is like a puff, like out of the blue, and this idea comes. You chose the bat. I can't remember which that was. I'm on the different page. And then we've got this New Beginnings card, which is a death card. Ooh, spooky. Well, we're doing Halloween. Spooky. And just to, which means end of an era, start of something fresh, okay? So this idea is something that's going need to be ignited so that you can really have a fresh start to your life and do something new. But stop overthinking, because this is the problem with all these ideas, is that it's keeping you up at night or stressing you out, something in your head too much. I always remind people you must be in your heart if you really want to find something that's going to give you that inner happiness and fulfillment. And that does not mean it can't make you money and get you what you want as well. However, it is a reminder to do this, because I've also now picked up the High Priestess card. She is the beautiful, intuitive goddess. And it is a reminder to listen to your intuition. If you don't know how to listen to your intuition, or you want to strengthen that, please email me and tell me, because we have a class coming up about that. This stems off our recent Embodying Empowerment workshop that finished last night. There's 4 hours worth of exercises, wisdom, concepts, philosophy, fun, and you can actually purchase the replay if you're interested in like learning to live more spiritually so that you can more easily attract your dream life and have everything you want. It's not that you don't take action, but we enable you to take inspired, intuitive action rather than forcing and efforting like the average human out there doing life as the way we've been taught for thousands of years. But now we're coming into an awakened environment as the world rises and becomes more aware that the power of our focus point, our thoughts, our perceptions has the ability to change the way we see what's happening in our life, and therefore change the way we feel, and therefore change what we attract, because what we feel is an energy that we ooze, and we will always attract that same energy back. The energy is more specifically defined as our beliefs, what we believe to be true. The trick here, or the mystery, is really the understanding it's in our subconscious, not our conscious. What you believe consciously is not necessarily matching your subconscious reality. And your subconscious is huge, like 95% of your mind compared to 5% of that teeny tiny conscious mind. Let's look at what Sharon has to say. That's 100% me. I listen to my intuition and embarking on a new start. Thank you. Well, yes. Congratulations. I think you'll be deepening your connection with your inner self, with your intuition, with your higher self. Leah, we have, shall I take 2 or 3 offs? Shall I take 2 or 3 weeks off work over Christmas? Well, Leah, we know you're an intuitive person yourself. You could probably work that one out yourself, I think. I feel that you should take 3 weeks off, but we'll see what the tarot has to say. I think you need a good holiday so that you can really let go and have a fresh start. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm just getting 3 weeks, Leah. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Yes. Ideally 3 weeks, because you really want to get that rest and allow yourself to fully have a spring in your step when you start again. If you can't do that practically, then just add an extra day on before and after. Linda M. Now, Linda, I know that you've been waiting a very long time. I do hope that you got some inspiration from the original Pick-a-Pack. In saying that, you asked specifically about, will you get the job that you've recently applied for? Yes, yes, yes. This is a new journey, and it's a good new journey for you, because it's one where I feel you'll have some level of naivety about it, which is fresh for you, because it's unlike you not to know so much about your line of work. I feel there's new things to learn, and this will help you to grow. And ideas will you'll just feel a bit more youthful, actually. It's got good vibes, so I will be so disappointed if something that goes pear-shaped, but we have a double whammy, yes, 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 high five. Stay in the confidence, get excited about what you're going to do when you get the affirmation that you have the job. Start acting like you have the job now. Go buy yourself an outfit for the first day, and really just get the champagne and think about, who is this new character Linda M going to be with this new job? That's what we would like to hear about. When you can feel into that, it's like you are actually having a bit of a connection with your future self. Well, as we talked about yesterday in the final Embodying Empowerment workshop, the future self, the past self, the parallel self is all happening now. So you can tap into those different realities, those different timelines, and get some wisdom from your own journey that you've already had. Now, that's extremely out there, isn't it? I know. But if you stick with me, we're going to be doing some more workshops that go deeper into the quantum reality, and how you can use your understanding of this to literally shift your reality to one that's more preferable than the one that you may be experiencing. Boom, boom, boom. I'm thinking we're going to wrap it up. Linda has said, thank you. Yes, I have been shortlisted. Just waiting to see if I get it. Well, I do want an email or a text or a phone call or anything to let me know, because I do get excited about clients' wins and everything else in between. If you'd like to ask a question for next week, please pop it in the YouTube comments section. And also remember, all of you, to give me a thumbs up if you're watching the replay. If you aren't watching the replay, please try and go on and watch the replay. those watching on Zoom, because you might pick up something you didn't get the first time. I'm going to leave you with one final piece of advice, and that is follow your passion. Allow that passion to ignite inside and let it be your driver, because when you do that, you will then get more and more opportunities, ideas, excitement, and passionate sparks and people and opportunities come into your life. Follow your passion and live your best life. On that note, happy Halloween! Do I dare to do this? Or maybe I won't. I'll tell you why I won't do that. Someone once told me that you should never blow a candle out. You should always snub it out, because by blowing the candle out, you give more power to the energy of air than you do fire. I was like, that's very deep. It's very philosophical. But it popped into my head as I was saying that. So on that note, we will say it's a blackout, guys. Bye. Love you.